Alright, so we can see on each tab now, I was using my keyboard here, but I'll show you. They all have the same spells on them. And so this is no matter what I'm doing, I'm always going to have the kind of my same memory management for my fingers. Oops. Oh, I just cast stamina to mana. Alright. Now, so since we have 8 bars, and there's a reason we have 8 bars, and that's because you can have different spell types on each bar. So, for this first one, I would say probably fire is the most common spell that I'm going to cast. So I'm going to throw my 2 vulnerability spells on here. And I'm also going to cast, or put on my Flame Bolt 3 spell and my Flame Bolt 2 spell. So what we got here is Flame Bolt 3, Fire Vulnerability 3, Flame Bolt 2, Fire Vulnerability other 2. So that way I have, the reason I have both levels of spells on there is sometimes I get a lot of fizzle, or something is very highly resilient to magic. Whatever the case is, I want to be able to switch, choose which one I want to cast. You know, obviously the level 2 spell is going to be more mana efficient than the level 3 spell, so you know I might take that in consideration. Just maybe the mob doesn't have a lot of health left. Whatever it is, I like having options. So that's the reason I have all of those spells on there. So I'm going to do the same for my tab number 2, which most other common element is bludgeoning. So I'm going to do bludgeoning vuln there and bludgeoning vuln there. And then that is where is it? Shockwave. Ah, there it is. Shockwave 2, 1. So now I can easily switch between those 2 different spell combinations. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this again and set up the rest of the bars to where it can easily switch between my elements. Alright, and so you can see here I've got fire, lightning, frost, acid, and piercing, and blade. So now I can easily go between all of these and do it. Now, I'm not covered buffing yet. For one thing, I'm going to be using not a buff bot, but they have an enchanter down below what I'm going to use to have him buff me up a little bit. And it's just, I don't want to go into a buffing routine right now. It's just not worth it for the leveling that I'm going to do. Oh, kind of paused out there. So, now the best thing to do is to go show you why I set it up like that. To go and find some mobs and show you how this actually works. Oh, I know what to do. They gave you an orb to begin with. It's called this teleportation device. So I'm going to do that. Select myself. Select that and cast. And what it's going to do is going to take me to the facility hub. This is what Turbine has determined is the best way to level up a character to like level 50 quickly. What it is a whole bunch of quests and teleports to those quest places. Yeah, just so you can get to them really quickly and easily. And I've done a few, and they're actually really fun, and it's worthwhile. It's a lot easier than running around the countryside or whatever. And if it levels you fast, you know, you get good rewards, everything else. So it's not so bad. This guy right here, he is Master Enchanter, and he sells level 4 buffs. You can see there you got endurance, other, focus, will. So these are cheap buffs you could buy. I mean, they're only level 4, so, and they're in the game, so I don't consider them cheating. Not that I'm saying buff bots are cheating, but they're a little overpowered, and I'm wanting to have fun. So, you know, I'm just going to go down through here and select all of his spells so he can buff me up. He's going to cast on protections from all the different elements. Later on, I'll be doing this and buffing myself, um, and being very specific about what I buff. But for now, I will go over here, and you can see they have, when we get up to this tunnel, here's a level 10, there's level 15, and if you go on down here, there is level 20, level 25, and there's about 3 different dungeons in each one of these areas. So, and I think this goes all the way up to 50 in the facility hub here. So I'm going to go back here to 10. I'm going to talk to this chick. She's going to go tell me to find that this portal here drops me out here at those locations, and she wants me to defeat the mosswort mucker that's there, and he's got a sword, a tachi, that he's holding. So she wants me to bring that to him. So I'm going to go into this portal. This is a very short quest, and so where are we at here? Yeah, we're getting close to 30 minutes, so this will be a good place to stop once we finish this quest. It's going to show you how to actually use spells, the type of situations you can get into, how to turn in quests. So this is just covers everything that we want to know. So first, you can see that there's a skeleton. He's level 8. Skeletons, they're brittle, so we're going to use bludgeoning. What I'm going to do, here's Shockwave 3. There's bludgeoning vulnerability 3. So I'm going to prep him. I'm going to cast vulnerability on him, and I fizzled. Oh my. So maybe I'm not quite strong enough to cast level 3. So I did, and it landed. So now I'm going to cast my level 3 war spell on him. He's an archer, so he's going to pelt me with arrows. You can see, one hit, and he's down. So you can see it used quite a bit of mana for that. I had a lot of fizzle, which means, you know, I'm still not quite strong enough for 3s. I'm just barely into them. I'll need to buff them more, and whenever I get more experience. So they'll be just for whenever I know I've got room, I've got mana, and I can take something out, I will. Now, there's a level 20 Tumorok. So, he is probably fire. His work will work. I'm going to try to vuln him. He resisted. Oh, he's an archer too. Here's the thing about Asheron's Call is those are physical bolts, and they're not, you can dodge them. You can hit left and right. You can actually dodge spells. You can dodge arrows. You can dodge whatever. They are physical things. So it makes it a little more strategic whenever you do that. Okay. Let's see. He's not coming for me, so I got a time to think here. I did cast vulnerability on him, so we'll now go ahead and just cast Firebolt at him. And he's dead in one shot. Got a Shreth there. I know from experience that they are cold vuln. Now you can see I'm running out of mana. Right? I don't have a lot. In fact, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this number 2 spell, this stamina to mana 3, which is going to transfer, it's going to convert the stamina into mana. So let's do that. And I'll top it off. I'm going to vuln him, and he's going to run up to me. I'm going to do it with number 2. When he gets close enough, I'm going to drain stamina from him. Okay, so now I'm getting stamina back. Cast another stamina to mana. I don't have the mana conversion to do this effectively. So that's going to be about as good as I can get. And I do it. So you can see I was trying to level off my bars and everything else. The problem is I don't have enough mana conversion to really do that very effectively. I need to raise this some more. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. See how high I can get it. Not very. Alright, now you can see this group. Here's your radar. That's a group of moss words over here. And that guy right there, the mucker, he's the guy we need for the quest. We're not actually going into a dungeon for this quest, so there's a lot of guys over there. I need to make sure I have enough mana. And I'll just drain mana when they get here. Or drain stamina when they get here. So let's start off with a Vuln. He resisted, so I'm going to go to level 2. Resisted that. Oh, shoot. Oh my. I'm just going to hit him with spells. Because I need to get rid of him. Oh my. Alright, I need to drain health from one of these guys. Yeah. So that gets back my health. I need mana. Drain stamina from him. Hit him. There we go. I'm going to hit this guy with the same thing. I hope you can see the way I was working the spell bar there. As you can see, it's not a rotation. It's very much you are deciding what to do at a given moment. It's a little fast-paced, especially when you got several mobs on you. Great thing about Asheron's Call is, yeah, you can take swarms of mobs. You're not going to be just fighting one-on-one with a mob all the time, which is fun. But it can get a little hectic, a little scary. But to me, that is right there is a good example of just what it's like playing Asheron's Call. Just a little taste, because this is very low level. We haven't even gotten very far, and we're already doing that kind of work. Here's the quest item we need, so we'll pick that up. And, you know, my spell bars, that may not be what works for you or what works for anyone else, but it's what works for me. And, you know, I think as you saw, it makes it, I can actually manage the mobs and my mana a little bit. And that's only going to get better as my mana conversion goes up, my spell level goes up. It's all going to get better. So a lot of fun. Alright, I'm going to equip this orb where I can go back to the facility hub, turn in this quest. Not many people on this server. I was playing on Frostfell a little earlier, and there was at least occasionally somebody in this tunnel, but oh well. Give her the eye statue, and she gives me 103 experience. I'm now level 12. That's very cool. Now I have plenty of room to increase my mana conversion on up. And increase my magics on up to at least 20. Very nice. I still got 50,000 experience, so I'll figure out what to do with that. And this is a good place to wrap this up. Next time we are going to, we're just going to do a little questing. We'll do these 2 quests that we've got going on here. Maybe get a little 15. I plan on moving locations to where I'm going, so I'll show you the town network thing, and yeah, we'll just get better and have more fun. I've gotten through a lot of the explanation on things, and now we're really ready to play. So I hope you've enjoyed this, maybe learned a little. I don't know. If you're watching this at all, you know, like I said, I'm mainly doing this for myself, but if you're watching it and you enjoy it, please leave a comment or give me a thumbs up, just anything to let me know that somebody else is watching this. Not many people playing Asheron's Call these days, or even care, so let's just show a little support, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.